Well, providing custom keyboard options is in and of itself nothing new, and Idobao has certainly been doing it for a minute with boards like this ID80 Crystal here. One thing they also did for a fleeting moment was also allow you to buy fully customized keycaps. And they were kind enough to help me get some caps set up to order for the channel. Unfortunately, while we were waiting for them to come in, Idobao suspended this service. So today we're going to take the opportunity to go over these caps with a fine-tooth comb, take a closer look at what they did well, and some of the opportunities for improvement here. And before we get going, I just want to mention that everything that is available in today's video will be down in the video's description. First, let's start with the price. $45 plus shipping, and in my case, many months of waiting, got you a fully customized set of cherry profile die-sub PBT keycaps for an Idobao ID80 series keyboard. That's going to be important for us here going forward, since if you want to move these caps to another keyboard, it must identically match your ID80's current layout, or the caps won't work. Options-wise, you got a decent amount of choice, with the colors of both the base caps and the font type and positioning, and a no-cost option to add custom graphics to some of the keycaps. In terms of raw quality, this was a mixed bag, so let's get the bad right out of the way. Legend alignment across the board is acceptable, but still in need of fine-tuning. If you aren't measuring with a straight edge, you likely won't even notice, but that's how we do here on The Manic Geek, and my hyper-awareness keeps me from not noticing something like that. There's also some strangeness with the legends for the dual legend caps, where things are set a bit too close to one another. This could be corrected by aligning the bottom legend closer to the bottom of the face of the cap, as more traditional keycap kitting does. The custom graphic caps appear to be pad printed. That's not inherently a bad thing, since I paid literally nothing to get this service, but the finished product has some spotting in the transfer, and the way the graphics are cut, it didn't eliminate the empty background between certain letters that, in the files supplied, were transparent. Maybe that's a me thing more than a them thing, though, as I can account for that in the file I supplied if/when they reintroduce this service, if that's communicated to customers first. It also appears as if some of the supplied graphics got cut off a bit, despite having matched their requested spec for the file. Not really sure what happened there. Other than that, it's largely good news. Their die-sub legends otherwise are crisp and easy to read, if not a bit delicate. I might be concerned about certain color combinations not showing through with the legends enough, so making the fonts more bold here might help out more. Color vibrancy and accuracy is also basically exactly what was advertised when I was picking things out online, and appears largely even across all keycaps. Most impressive are manufacturing-related praises. First, the sprue marks. On typical keycaps, this is seen on the back face of the cap, and as a result of the manufacturing processes, that's the point where the plastic is injected into the mold. These caps seem to have the sprue mark on the underside edge of the keycap, something I'm to understand is difficult to do, but seems to be very cleanly done with these caps. It's not like you see the sprue marks in typical use anyway, but not seeing them at all is somehow very satisfying. Second, the spacebar. Let's sail right on past the typically on-the-nose text I got on the stabilized keycaps, and the as-expected scuffed nature of the text. The spacebar, as well as all of the stabilized caps in this kit, were remarkably straight and gave us no issues whatsoever with our owl stabs and custom Divinity Oni linears. So, mixed bag, but overall not a terrible service. What do you think about what they provided? If I had one major ask, it would be to forego the custom graphics nonsense and focus more on refining those legends, especially the dual legend caps. They're otherwise clean, but just a few little things here and there in terms of font boldness, in terms of the spacing between those dual legend caps, and then the quality of the custom caps just brings the whole thing down, maybe a little bit more than was intended. I think I would also at least like to see the caps offered for other keyboards in their lineup. The ID80 Crystal, sure, it's a great place to start off with, as the 75% format is really popular with keyboards these days, but at least offering it for some of the other options they offer would make this potentially a more appealing service, at least to their own customer base. Also, instead of the graphics being added as a sort of like add-on option, maybe just do unique color accent options just for something like the escape key, the enter, and the spacebar, like more traditional keycap kitting does. There's a reason they stick to that formula. And if you have any more suggestions or comments on this service, please leave them down below. I'm sure Idobao would love to hear customer feedback so they can bring the service back in the best way possible. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like what you saw here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Make sure you're subscribed and notified and following us on all social media so you don't miss any of our posts when they go live. And we'll catch you all next time. Take care.